We would have let Stephen Curry drive to the basket, and I would have laid his little ass out a couple of times. Period. Shaquille O'Neal. Steph Curry is undoubtedly the best shooter this game has ever seen, and there have been some great ones before him. Reggie Miller, Drazen Petrovic, Ray Allen, Dan Majero, Sam Perkins, Peja Stojakovic. But none of them really come close to what Stephen Wardell Curry brings to the table. In fact, he is so polarizing at times that older players, like Shaq, Barkley, etc., have taken clear shots at Curry and his teammates. You can tell they have a disdain toward him that sometimes is unwarranted or maybe just cloaked in jealousy, even though they are also great players in their own right. Maybe it's because of his smaller frame, how he is injury prone, or it's the way his mouth guard hangs out of his mouth, how he chews on it. But one thing is for sure, the heat is on him and everyone thinks they have the answer to stop him. But how can you stop him? Who can stop him? Whatever the case, we'll find out. But before we jump in, please remember that if you've enjoyed the video thus far and can't wait to see why no one can stop Stephen Curry and his lethal long-range shooting, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons and make sure to tell your friends and family about the journey we are about to embark on. Now let's dive in a bit deeper. Curry is a legacy basketball player. His father, Del Curry, was a great player in his own right back in the 80s and 90s, eventually retiring in 2002. But that can't be the reason he is so unguardable. So how does one stop Chef Curry from cooking? Do you double team him? Maybe, but this may not be the most solid tactic. When you send an extra guy to help defend Curry, there are too many other great options available for him to dish it off to. And trust me, he's not selfish, so accumulating assists isn't a detriment to the chef, and his unselfishness also plays into his favor. When you double team Curry, you leave guys like Klay Thompson, the second best shooter in the NBA, behind Curry, and in my humble opinion, way more clutch than him too. Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, and when they had him, Kevin Durant, wide open. Good luck and pick your poison. And it's not only because any of those guys, on any given night, can hit a shot, but it's that they are incredibly unselfish and know how to find the open guy to get the highest percentage shot off. So it's clear double teaming him is not a viable option. So what's next? Okay, I got it. You make the man play defense. What's a better way to slow down a hot and undersized shooter? Arguably, this option throughout the history of the league has worked often, or at least slowed the other guy down enough. Some teams who have tried this method have done it by forcing Curry to switch guys after they set picks for him into the primary ball handler, which would either be one of their star players who takes a lot of energy to guard. Once the players got the matchup they wanted, they would try to expose him and make him work by playing one-on-one and attacking him and forcing him to exert a ton of energy to do so. This is important because you have a chance to break him down, make him earn it. He's not a perfect player, but this is a downside to his game. Now, this is also a double-edged sword, because now you are forcing your own offense to play hero ball, aka one-on-one. So if you can't score, even though you're making him work, what's it good for? And if you attempt this tactic in a best-of-7 game series, good luck to your guys toward the end of it. And if you've somehow survived the Curry onslaught and won the series, your next series you would be toast. It's hard work, and this might be one of the best options, but it's far from flawless and comes with giant risks. Another method of attacking and trying to slow down the explosive and quick Curry is to start defending him immediately right after he crosses the half-court marker. Heck, you might want to do this before he even reaches the half-court line. Only a handful of guys in the NBA can shoot the ball effectively and consistently from really deep. See Dame Lillard and Trae Young, especially off of the dribble. So if you don't want to pick him up immediately, he already starts to dictate the defense you are going to play on him and has you on your heels. That's the first problem. Now the other problem to this solution is that it opens everything up for all of their other deadly shooters and it starts to show glaring holes in your defense. But if you decide to go the opposite direction and give him all the room in the world, it usually means that he will drain 3 after 3 after 3. At that point, there isn't much you can do to stop it once it gets into a rhythm. Let's not forget that Curry made 3 bombs vogue, a highly valued skill and a necessity in today's NBA. Now remember, if you overcompensate, then the chef will really put a quick move on you, and he will drive past you. Unfortunately, that is the grim reality of either picking up Curry tight after he crosses half court or giving him too much room to move beyond the arc. Pick your poison. Also, if you were the opposing team's coach, you could switch every set pick. But the Warriors are proficient at helping create even tight spaces for Curry to slink and shoot through. and they do this when he has the ball and when he doesn't. So, you either have one of two options with this methodology for defending Curry. You can try to get through and leave someone quick and athletic on Curry, but normally they will be a step behind, or switch the screen and often leave a bigger, less mobile player on Curry. That bigger player has absolutely no business guarding Curry, so it will become a blowout at that point. Now you're forced to only have speedy defenders out on the floor, and that can prove dangerous as his bigger, stronger, and just as fast teammates will dominate the defenders. Or lastly, as a last-ditch effort, you can do what Shaq suggested, play him very physical and knock the crap out of him. The problem with that is the NBA isn't like when Shaq played. You get technicals very easily, foul out quicker, and are fined much harsher. So this isn't a sustained attack over 7 games either. With Curry, he is so big of a mismatch that you have to decide what you want to give up. This might sound insane, but maybe the only player to stop Curry is himself. There are many ways you can try to stop the man, but to expect to do that over a 7-game series is insane. You better hope he gets slowed down by a nagging injury or illness. Until then, put your feet up and enjoy the show.